The Sunshine State of Florida is back for some more Monster Jam as Miami in Lone Depot Park will host this weekend's Stadium Championship Series East stop. It is Week 8 of Monster Jam in 2024, and Week 7 was the greatest one yet. There were so many amazing wow moments, and even one of the best moments in the history of the sport happened just one weekend ago. And we start off the next weekend with Miami, Florida. How will this weekend stack up to the last? Find out next on Monster Jam.
Hello everybody and welcome.
Hello everybody and welcome. Hello everybody and welcome.
Oh, boy! Oh, 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 yeah!
How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another commentary. I am the Arizona Motorsports Junkie, and welcome to Miami, Florida, for the first of a two-event weekend for Stadium Championship Series East. Lone Depot Park, the host of Week 7 for this series. Let's find out the 12 competitors that'll be taking on this track. Michael Pagliarulo is back in the Black Pearl. He's filling in for Colvinard while he sits out with an injury. Matt Pagliarulo in Jester, his father. It's a hometown show for the Pagliarulos, and we've got all three of them, as Nick Pagliarulo is also here in the Kraken. It's a family affair this weekend in their home state. Ryan Disharoon in Shaker has really not done much in the last month or so. Hopefully he can pick things up this weekend. Jamie Garner has really looked a lot better in the freestyle competition and was pretty good in racing last weekend. Lindsay Reed in the Lucas Stabilizer finally feeling comfortable in that truck, and it shows. Her freestyles have looked really great the last two weekends. Tyler Duke in Megalodon, still trying to find his rhythm, but is looking a lot better than he had in the beginning of the season. John Gordon in Bad Company won his first racing competition of the year, and it was quite the emotional one last weekend. Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, representing one of the biggest sponsors in Monster Jam. Colton Eichelberger in Max D is here as he will try and represent his father this weekend. Tristan England, the JCB Digatron, still very close to the top spot, but he's going to need the man in first. This man, Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger, to slow down a little bit if he wants to have a chance. So let's get our Monster Jam event going today with Monster Jam Racing. 3 competitions. This is the first of the 3. All 12 competitors will compete in all 3 competitions. As we start off with racing, Tyler Menninger and Gravedigger takes on Matt Pagliarulo and Jester. And you might notice it's a bit of an altered racing track this weekend. They're not running around in the paperclip in the middle like they were. They're kind of running the Stadium Championship Series red format that they had last year. Tyler Menninger won that race. It's a very fast racing track. I'll explain it again a little bit more as we start this next race so you can kind of get an idea. So look, they're lining up side by side like this. They will come off the pod and go right into Chicago-style racing. Very different from what this series has ran. Our next race is Tyler Duke in Megalodon and Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. These drivers also don't have much time to race. They don't really have any room to make any mistakes, because one mistake will cost you the race. Tyler Duke nails the turn, and he will cross the line first. He didn't go very fast over the line, but Megalodon is your winner. Next race, Colton Eichelberger in Max D will take on Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. The Max D 20th anniversary body is back for the weekend. Very cool to see. I didn't think we'd be getting it after we had that split design week 1, but Colton Eichelberger is here rocking it. He's got a lead. Shaker having some problems here in this race. And Colton Eichelberger crosses the line as your winner. So Max D, the 20th anniversary body, lives on. Next race, Lindsay Reed in the Lucas Stabilizer will go up against Tristan England in the JCB Digatron. Now this entire racing track tonight is going to really favor the veteran drivers of the sport who have raced Chicago-style racing, because you can't take any advantage out of the paperclip. You have to just nail Chicago-style racing. Tristan England has been really good in this part of the track this season, and he wins the race in round 1 to wrap up the first round of racing tonight. It's time for the second round of racing tonight, as Tyler Menninger, your series leader in Gravedigger, takes on Michael Pagliarulo in the Black Pearl. Tyler Menninga looked good in that first race, made it look easy. Now he's going up against Michael Pagliarulo, who is hanging in there. And last weekend we saw Pagliarulo really going fast in racing. It cost him a flip over and a chance at advancing. And tonight he won't be advancing out of this round. Tyler Menninga was the better racer in that one. Tyler Menninga off to the semifinals after taking down the Black Pearl. Looking fast tonight, but not super fast. Next race, El Toro Loco, Jamie Garner, and Megalodon, Todd LeDuc. You can see the staging lights in the far lane over Megalodon, so we get a good chance of knowing when the race is starting. Definitely a nice added bonus that we don't get in most stadiums, at least not this year. Pretty close race, but Jamie Garner has a slight edge. Todd LeDuc, a two-time World Finals champion, is going to have to make up some ground. The turns are very tight here in this building, and Jamie Garner wins it. The turns in this building are a lot tighter than standard Chicago-style racing. It's a very narrow track, which is why they can't do what they normally do. Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is up next, taking on Colton Eichelberger and Max D. So you might be good at Chicago-style racing, but you also have to be able to manage those shorter turns and know how to do them. Look at how quickly you get through that turn. It's a fast race, and Mohawk Warrior's the winner of the race. Max D's down in the second round. Next race, we have Tristan England, the JCB Digatron, taking on John Gordon and Bad Company. John Gordon won racing on Sunday in Minneapolis. Tristan England has won 3 of his last 4. So both of these guys really fast, meeting in round 2. One of them will be down here. And it will be John Gordon who was knocked out in round 2. Tristan England, your winner. He is off to the semifinals. He continues to be on a roll in racing, one of the best racers at the stadium level in 2024. Time for the semifinals. Only 4 trucks remain as we breeze through racing tonight. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger will go up against Jamie Garner in El Toro Loco. Tyler Menninga has not looked super clean on this track. He's really trying to figure out the pacing of it, but he has a lead. And across the line, Gravedigger, your winner. It's a close race. Oh no, Gravedigger up on 2 wheels. He's able to save it, and I don't think the truck is broken. Tyler Menninga might have saved himself from being eliminated right there, not getting to move on. Next race is the final race of the semifinals. Tristan England, JCB Digatron, Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. 2 fast racers, but Tristan England has looked good tonight and good all season in this competition. He's got a slight lead in the final turn. These races are over so fast, but he's going through a lot of bumps in that final turn, but he holds true. Tristan England wins it again, going to the final round. That right side, that turning lane really had a lot of bumps in it. Slowed Tristan England down a lot. Let's see how it impacts this race. It's the final round of racing tonight as we try and crown a winner. Will it be Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, or will it be Tristan England in the JCB Digatron? Tristan England hanging in there, might even have a lead, trying to take over some points here from Tyler Menninga. They're so close across the line. It's a photo finish. I wouldn't have expected it to go any other way, as the 2 drivers who were in the top 2 in the point standings battle it out to finish racing tonight, and it was Tyler Menninga who got the job done by a sliver. It's time for the Great Clips Skills Challenges. Matt Pagliarulo will start us off with a slap wheelie. You could do either 2 moves on 2 wheels or 1 donut. I don't know if it's the lighting in this building, but it looks to me like Jester might have a bit of a different body color this weekend. It looks like a darker red. We'll get to look at it more in freestyle as his skills run is over with a 5.326. Always tough to be the first competitor out in the skills, and kind of the same for the second competitor, Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. He's comboing it up. Very good move. It bounces him over the ramp. Can he get the save out of it? Digs it out. Kraken with a good save, and he's still got 1 more move left. I was not expecting that one as he tries to get the fans hyped up. He really can nail a great move here and try and win this competition. Going for a bicycle. Oh no! Nothing on the bicycle. And that's going to kill his score. It's a 7.519, so an exhilarating first move and a bad second move is going to kill his hopes of winning tonight. Here's Ryan Disher and Shaker, a beautiful reverse popper and a beautifully executed move. Shaker is impressive here in this first move. What will he do for the second? It's a forward popper. Can he execute it? Not really. Disappointing from Shaker. A 5.042. Not first place. Lindsay Ray, the Lucas stabilizer. walking the wheelie. Oh, but she somehow set it down. That was a really weird finish there to that first move. She's got one left, but did not set herself up nicely. The track is a little bit different this weekend than what this series is used to seeing. It's not the same track in general, and Stabilizer's 2 moves are done at a 3.6. We'll really get to see how it looks in the freestyle competition as Michael Pagliarulo in the Black Pearl attempts a popper, but doesn't do anything. He's trying it again, though, really wants to nail that stoppie. He's got it that time. Not fully used to this truck yet, so I give him a bit of a pass, and now he's looking comfortable. Look at that moonwalk. Michael Pagliarulo looks pretty solid on that second move, and he gets a 7.795. He's your new leader. Oh no, never mind. He should be disqualified for that. That's a third move. But he will take the lead, so Kraken, his brother, gets overdone by him. Here's Colton Eichelberger, Max D. It's a risky move to try that maximum moonwalk, but he nails it seemingly every time. He's got it walking. The fans are very loud in their applause. Clearly, they like this maximum moonwalk. He will set it down there, avoided any real problems because he was getting close to the ramp and couldn't really walk it up, but a very solid first move there. He's got one left. Going for his second move, it's a stoppie, moonwalking it up the ramp. Ah, that's really too bad. He does combo it up, but the ribbon board is already up there. His run was finished before that, so it's an 8.722, still enough to be your new leader. There you have it. I already announced the score, but there it is. So, Colton Eichelberger, your new leader, and I mean, I really don't disagree with that. That was your best run we've seen tonight. Here's Todd LeDuc in Megalodon. He's trying to stoppie. He's been a bicycle man all season long, and look at him walking the stoppie, showing that this old dog can do some of those other tricks. And I mean, Todd LeDuc was always a really great two-wheel skills driver in the past, showing off some new moves, and I like that he's doing that, and now he'll throw in the bicycle. Unfortunately, though, that one not quite as good. 8.460 places him in second place right now. The next competitor is Bad Company, driven by John Gordon. He's got the bicycle walking, almost flips her over, but he's able to save it. You got to be careful over there. There's a lot of tarp on that side, and it's really not a... You don't have a lot of room, and because he went out of bounds, his run is over, and unfortunately for him, it's not going to be a good number. Bad Company will settle with a 5.894. Next competitor in this competition is Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco, and he's not going to compete. Very weird, not sure what happened there. Here's Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Look at him moonwalking it up on top of the ramp. Very solid, he'll walk it back, and he will combo it now. He's got the combo. Got it on the back two wheels, almost falling it over. He's got to put it in reverse, and he does. Very solid move and great control from the Mohawk Warrior. Your score to beat, still that 8.722. Now he's going to pop it off the backflip ramp. Look at him walking it very nicely. Mohawk Warrior really nailing this move, especially because Colton Eichelberger did it already. You've got to try and do it better, and Mohawk Warrior, I think, did, and the fans agreed. 8.809 will put Mohawk Warrior in the top spot. Takes it over by a little bit, not much. And Mohawk Warrior will now sit in the top spot with only a couple competitors left. Only 2 competitors remain in this competition, and Tristan England in the JCB Digatron is one of them. One of the best drivers in this skills challenge, not only on the series, but in all of Monster Jam. He is fully balanced it on the front 2 wheels. Not every day you see a truck fully balanced that way. Now he puts it on the back 2 wheels. Much easier to balance it back here because there's something to sit on. Not so much when it's on the front side. Overdid it a little bit, but thankfully the truck didn't overdo it. He's digging it out with the backhoe there, and he will set it down. Very, very good showing from Tristan England with the first move, but he's got one left. Not much of a lip on this move. You've really got to nail it, and he does. The Digatron walking forward. He's got the stoppie. Very, very solid moves showing here from Tristan England. I love the way that he can drive this truck all the way down the track in this building because of the way the floor is laid out and the track is laid out. He is able to really walk that thing in a way he can't do on the rest of these events. very, very impressive, and he is finally going to set it down, and he will take the lead at a 9.345 with one competitor left. The JCB Digatron is your new leader. Very, very solid, and Tristan England showcasing why he is one of the best drivers in the Skills Challenge at the Monster Jam Stadium level. And look at that, he is out of the truck feeling good about it, and that one competitor left is his biggest competitor on the series, and he knows he's going to be right behind him entering freestyle no matter what. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger going for his skills move. Tyler Menninga won racing, he's got the bicycle walking, overdoing it a little bit, but he saves it. Good work from Gravedigger there to keep it on all fours and get a shot at his second move. It's going to be close here in this competition. Oh, he sets the bicycle down a little early there. That's not going to help him. So Tyler Menninga trying to beat Tristan England. He gained one more point on him in racing, but Tristan England is your winner in skills, and Tyler Menninga finishes in second at a 9.037, so they're back even on the day as we start off Monster Jam Freestyle. Colton Eichelberger and Max D is already freestyling and already getting big air. Very weird to see Colton coming out first, but it's because he finished last in the last weekend's Sunday event. So he has to come out first, as freestyle is the reverse order of how you placed in the event before. Colton Eichelberger, not a stranger to coming out first in big competitions. As a matter of fact, in the World Finals in 2018, he was the lead-off freestyler and had a very good freestyle. So this man doesn't worry about the pressure. He's going to put down a good freestyle either way, and the fans will likely be happy either way. He is already airing it out. Max D looking good. I like the way that they designed this track. The left side of the track, pretty much what they're used to all year, but on the right side, they put in a special pod over there, and they made a bit of room between that pod and the step-up, so you have room to drive between the two. There should be a lot better flow on this track than what these guys have had all year. I really like that because it allows for them to kind of feel out a different track. Once you drive on the same floor every single weekend, it just kind of gets repetitive. Max D is going for the backflip. Will he be able to land it? He's a little short on it, bounces it off the nose. Oh no, he bounced it a little too hard, and he's on his lid and done. The score for Max D, 8.789, a very high number, and I think Colton's pretty impressed with that. I think he was expecting a lot lower, so I'm sure he'll take that, coming out first and not landing the backflip or filling the time. Here's Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. He is announcing his presence, getting some nice air. Kraken a little crushed in after his skills run, in which he had that nice save. Can he top that moment here in freestyle? What will he be able to bring to the table here in Miami? Well, he's been shut off for now. The truck has powered down. Will it power back on? Yes, it has. Question is, can it hold its fire and can he keep running? Well, he's got the truck running again. That's a good sign. You never want to see a driver down that early in their freestyle. Heaven knows, this Kraken truck has had so many problems all year long. It is not a stranger. Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken, not a stranger to having heartbreaking ends this season. Nick Pagliarulo, like the rest of his family, this is a hometown event for them. They are locals of Florida. Obviously, Miami pretty far away from everything else in Florida, but still, Nick Pagliarulo rocking it out in his home state. He had the great move and skills. He's got a decent freestyle run going right now, but really could be the first driver to fill the clock tonight as the second guy out after Colton Eichelberger flipped over early. Drivers using this jammer here to try and get big air, and I think that's really going to be the case this weekend. There's not as many obstacles to hit as there are normally on this series. The car stack that we know and love is also not there in the same spot we're used to seeing, so it's a matter of trying to figure out what are you going to do this weekend, and tonight might be a really good night to feel out the track before tomorrow, and Kraken is having a lot of problems holding its fire, and I think that's going to end his run. Yeah, it is. 6.683, too bad. Here's Ryan Dishroon and Shaker. He's your third competitor in freestyle tonight, and he's been a very good freestyler in 2024. Can he deliver another good one here today? Now, I kind of jinxed him a couple weekends ago. I said that this truck was holding together really well. He was having no problems with this truck. But last weekend, the truck problems started to bite him. He had a couple gremlins that ended up sitting him out of a few competitions and ending competitions a little earlier than he would like. So hopefully he got those sorted out, and Miami will be a good weekend for the Shaker team. It's always nice to see Ryan Disharoon competing, because when he competes and the truck is running well, he is one of the better drivers in the circuit. Made it to his first World Finals ever last year. So this guy, one of the best in the business, and when that piece is working well, it is a really good sight to see. He's getting big air. This Shaker body has certainly gone through the ringer this season. He's had a couple of them too. It's 3 bodies he's rotated throughout the season, but this one in particular has gotten the most use, and it certainly shows. It's holding together well, but this thing has seen better days. He's having a solid freestyle so far, and I think the motto for him is go out there and fill the clock. I don't think he's worried about really getting a freestyle win right now. Yes, it would be nice, and yes, he could take a really big lead with a good number, but it's pretty clear that the first 2 drivers were a little unfulfilling. We need to have a guy go out there and fill the clock and show these fans what a real freestyle is like. Certainly doing a good job of it. Really loving that ramp. It's giving him some big air in this freestyle run. On 2 wheels for a moment and able to set it down. He backs it up, which is going to disrupt his momentum just a tad. I think he wants to hit that backflip. I don't know how much time he has left. He is going for the backflip ramp. Lands it very well, solid from Shaker. I don't think he's going to have time for one more move unless he goes in reverse. He's not. His time is done. I don't think he's going to try and hit anything else. Maybe he will. Well, he's going to sling it into a donut after the time. Just wanted to give the fans one more little move in there. So a very solid run from Shaker. And as a matter of fact, that solid run is enough to take the lead at an 8.988. I'd already looked at the score, so I saw it. So Ryan Disharoon and Shaker, your new leader, he takes over Max Diem. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Go out there, lay down 2 minutes, probably take the lead, but you don't need to do too much. Next up, this is Megalodon, driven by Todd LeDuc. He's a 2-time World Finals champion and a 1-time World Finals freestyle champion. That came back in 2014 driving the Metal Militia truck. As a matter of fact, both of his World Finals championships came behind the wheel of Metal Militia. Todd LeDuc also no stranger to competing in this building. He's done it a few times in Monster Energy and in Mutant. Walking a bicycle, got a lot of speed on it. Now these tight confines make for a very interesting feel for freestyle, because you could tell there's a much more tactical approach. You can't just go bonsaiing the truck and hope that it'll flip over and do a crazy crash. You've got to be smart about it. If you're going to crash, it's got to come in the center of the track so you have room to do something cool. You can't really risk having a wild move on the outside because you might get shut off if you get close to the wall. So you've really got to be smart about your approach here this weekend. Not sure what's going on with Todd LeDuc. I think he's got the backflip in his sights, but really has not had any pace in this run. Goes for the backflip. He lands it very cleanly, so Megalodon at least checks off that box. Really no speed. Is this time done already? Whew. Man, Megalodon really did nothing in those 2 minutes. Unfortunately for him, it's a 7.848. Yeah, not sure what the deal was there. What happened there with Megalodon? I wonder if they put the ribbon board up a little too soon, and that was the problem, because the light is still green, but the ribbon board is red. So I wonder if the ribbon board operator maybe screwed over Todd LeDuc there. I already gave you his score at that 7.848, so Todd LeDuc a little frustrated with the way that run ended, but strange. Here's Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Hopefully the ribbon board operator doesn't put up the wrong ribbon board this time, because that really ended Todd LeDuc's run a little bit sooner than he would have liked. Nice air. Look at Jamie Garner. Now, Jamie Garner, last weekend in Tampa, really started to pick it up a little bit more in freestyle. I always have liked Jamie Garner's freestyles, but this year, been playing it a little bit more conservative. Last weekend, he was really looking a little bit more loose out there, and I was enjoying his freestyle runs. Jamie Garner having a solid season so far in the El Toro Loco truck, and I think a cool thing is he's getting to run a felled body and a body that is very well known, whereas Overboard might not be so known. So it kind of brings some attention to Jamie Garner's name that might not have been there in the Overboard truck, and I think Jamie Garner is a guy who deserves it. He's a very hard-working guy, great guy too, by the way. I love Jamie Garner, one of the nicest men in the sport, and so it's nice that Jamie Garner is getting a chance this year to ride in one of the most fan-favorite machines, and he's here in Miami. Miami's a very heavily Latino community, so I bet he's one of the fan-favorite trucks this weekend. Nice air. Look at him airing it out, so he might have a little El Toro Loco effect in there. If he has a good run, we could see a freestyle win from Jamie Garner today, which would be quite exciting. Seems like he's got the backflip lined up. He's going to rear back, and I mean, you've really got to come from a long way if you want to hit this backflip ramp. He goes for it, lands it well. That's the thing of having the backflip over here in the right center field corner. You've really got to have a lot of run-up for it. Jamie Garner blowing the smoke as he goes. He's starting to feel himself a little bit towards the end of this run. Certainly is having a blast here in Miami, but I'd like to see him get one big move here at the end. He's got a little bit of time left to do that. Cross threads into the center. Oh my! Hits it hard in there, barrel rolling. That was a wild crash, and El Toro Loco is done, and he ends in a heap, but a fun way to end it for El Toro Loco here in Miami. Question, will it be enough? Shaker had that 8.988. El Toro Loco's score, 9.025. He will take the top spot by a small margin, and I think it's well-deserved. That was your new best run of the night. Very happy for Jamie Garner, and I think it was a very solid run. The next competitor in freestyle is the Bad Company truck. The driver of this truck is John Gordon. John Gordon last weekend had a very big racing win in Minneapolis on Sunday, his first racing win of the year. And I heard it was a big win for him in a few ways. Not only was it that first win of the year, but someone also commented that he had a really emotional moment in there because he dedicated it to Jeff's mom who passed away that weekend. So clearly it was a very emotional weekend for him. Thanks to NC Monster Trucks for commenting that on the commentary last weekend, because I wouldn't have known that otherwise. And I think that's pretty cool, and it's disappointing we didn't get to see that interview. Right now, though, he seems to have some problems in his freestyle right now. He might not have any... He might have lost all ability to drive. I have no idea what just happened there, but unfortunately, Bad Company's run is done at 4.216, which will bring up Black Pearl, driven by Michael Pagliarulo. He's getting some very nice air, and last weekend I was talking about it, it was clear that this kid's driving this truck like a rental. He is driving way harder than he was driving Kraken. There's something wrong with that truck. I don't know if he has any rear power right now. He has no power in the rear end. Could be a drive shaft problem, could be a differential problem, a multitude of ish could be wrong with that truck, but he is done right there. He didn't even complete 30 seconds. No score from Black Pearl today. Too bad. So here's his father, Matt Pagliarulo, driving Jester. Now we get a look at this truck. I really feel certain this is a different body for Jester. First off, it doesn't look like it's rolled over at all. So it looks cleaner, and it looks like a darker red. So, Matt Pagliarulo, I think, whipped out a new body as he drove down from Minneapolis, probably stopped at the shop, picked up the new body, got rid of the old one, and now is rocking this one. I wonder how many people picked up on that, because, I mean, I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I'm like 99.7% certain that is a brand new body, or at least a different body than what he's been running. It's a darker red for sure. Whether it was on purpose or not, it's a darker red. Let me know in the comments. Did you notice that? Do you think it's different? Is it the same? I'm sure there's someone in the comments who knows if it's the same or not. Let me know, because it's very interesting to me. Nice air from Jester. He's a little short. Ooh, he's able to control it. Very solid. That was almost bad for Jester, but sometimes patience is a virtue, and in that case for Jester, it was. Prevented him from flipping over there. I will say, by looking at the ribbon boards on this series, there's a lot of orange and red trucks on this series. Those ribbon boards must look all the same to the guy who's running them. I feel so bad for the ribbon board operator. Going for that backflip ramp. Right center field backflip. landed perfectly. That was probably the most perfectly executed one of the night. The other problem with this backflip ramp, you have to kind of turn it around. It's in a weird spot. If you land close to the ramp, you have to back up. So not an ideal spot for the backflip this weekend, but it's really what you have to do. Chester has to be flying now to get a big score, and that was a good move. I like him getting that big air. Matt Pagliarulo really has been flying this year. I know he's a man who loves to fly, and he's showing it this season. Now he whips it in to a donut. That's a strawberry donut right there in honor of the red jester for the weekend. Very good donut. Dare I say Cyclones ends the run very, very firmly. I liked that run from Jester. I don't think it's good enough to be the lead, and it is not, but it's close at an 8.817. The next freestyler, this is Bryce Kenny, the driver of the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, as he is ready to rock and roll in Miami. Another guy who's been in this building plenty, and he's already airing it out. Nice air over the racing lane. So your leader is still El Toro Loco with that 9.025. Jamie Garner looking good in that top spot. But Bryce Kenny airing it out. You can tell he wants that top spot, as he always does. And so far, having a very good freestyle. Bryce Kenny has had himself a lot of really great wow moments this year. I love seeing Bryce Kenny getting the respect he deserves, as he has really turned into an A-plus freestyler, one of the best in the sport and one of the best in this series. Really, really cool to see. Really getting a lot of elevation in this run. And it's a tough track to get big air, because like I said, you can't really be taking the risk of getting that big air because you run the risk of having a big mistake. That's not a big mistake. Nice combo. Lining up for the backflip ramp. There he goes. He lands it. Oh, he broke something in the back end. Nice moonwalk from Mohawk Warrior. He definitely broke something in the rear end, though, and his run is finished right there. You can see all that red liquid leaking out of the truck. That moonwalk at the end, very solid. He didn't nail it perfectly, but I think it's going to be close. El Toro Loco with that 9.025. Bryce Kenny gets a 9.061, just barely enough, and he is your new leader in freestyle. Lone Depot Park just gave the lead to Mohawk Warrior. Here's Lindsay Reed in the Lucas Stabilizer. Now, she has been a very interesting driver to watch this season because she is filling in for Cynthia Gauthier in 2024. She's the driver of this truck normally, but she is pregnant, unable to drive this season, and Lindsay Reed, normally the driver of Scooby-Doo and your 2019 World Finals Freestyle champion, has filled in. Now, the problem for Lindsay has been this truck is very different from any truck she's ever driven in, and it's taken her a really long time to get adapted to this truck. It is not an easy truck to get used to, and she's also getting used to driving at the stadium level with this kind of competition. But the last couple weekends, Cynthia Gauthier's replacement, Lindsay Reed, has been really living up to the Cynthia Gauthier hype. Cynthia Gauthier always puts on a great show, and it's been nice to see Lindsay Reed finally coming into her own and looking more comfortable. She's finally taking risks like that. Oh my! That was a really, really lucky move there that she didn't flip over, because that could have gone really wrong. Lindsay Reed has to be one of the luckiest drivers in Monster Jam, because she has some of the wildest moves in Monster Jam history that are pure luck, but they give really great wow moments, and in fact, gave her a World Finals championship in 2019. Last few weekends, though, she's been really airing it out, especially last weekend in Minneapolis. Got some really big leaps, really big freestyles. She's going for the backflip ramp here. Big air on the backflip, which is something she's also been doing. She's been getting some serious elevation on the backflips. Trying to combo it up. Nice combo there. Little awkward bounce again, trying to save it again. Able to power out of it, lands right on the cars. It's been a pretty good run, so two kind of interesting saves. Got time for maybe one move left. Not really airing it out like we saw the last few weekends, but still able to get the wow moments in other ways, which, I mean, any way possible, it's great. somehow she still has time left. She doesn't have any time left now. That one last move was just for the fans as it came after the clock had expired. But a solid run for Lindsay Reed, the Lucas stabilizer. I mean, Grace Kenny had a great run too, but I think Lindsay Reed did a great job, and she will barely take the lead, 9.075, and honestly, I'd say that comes as a bit of a result of those two cool saves in there. Pretty even runs, but those saves, a little bit cooler, and she's her new leader. How long will it last, though? Tristan England in the JCB Digatron is out next. We still got a couple big hitters to come, and that top spot being a 9.075 obviously leaves the door wide open for a really big score in freestyle and a really big run in freestyle, which we haven't had yet. Nice combo work from Tristan England. Tristan England, a man who loves to do those combos in the skills challenge. He also loves to toss them in here in freestyle in his own ways. Nice air. Now, Tristan thought that he deserved to win freestyle last weekend, and I kind of agreed with him, but the fans disagreed, and we got a nice, rich reaction of Tristan disappointed on the video board as he found out he was not winning freestyle. So, very funny moment there. Maybe today he'll be able to seal the deal and get himself that freestyle win that he wanted last weekend. Nice air. This track in Miami playing pretty much the way I expected, though. We're not getting the wow moments we've been seeing on this series because it's a lot tighter confines. You have to kind of manufacture those wow moments in a technical way, which is why I'm excited to see what Tyler Menninga can do, because the rest of these drivers on this series have really kind of just been, in no negative way, but they've really just been kind of pointing and shooting. They've just kind of hit the gas as hard as they can and praying that it goes well, whereas a guy like Tyler Menninga has that skill on his side and gets those skillful moves. Tristan England hits the backflip. He comes up very short on it, but thankfully he had it in reverse, so he was able to prevent himself from flipping it over. Nice air. It slings him towards the step-up ramp. It hits him off the step-up ramp. He's able to crab walk out of that. Nice, neat little bit of driving there from the Digatron. Doesn't have much time left, and I don't think he's done anything to really put him over the top here. Very solid run, though, and I'm liking the risks Tristan England's been taking and the pace he's had these last few weekends, but his run is done. And a good run from Tristan England. I wonder if it'll be close enough to take the top spot. A solid run, and it's an 8.126. I think that's a really low score. The fans are reining in boos as well. I've got to agree, I don't love that score. I don't think it was enough to take the lead, but at least give it an 8.8 or an 8.9. Especially with this man out next to freestyle, Tyler Menninga. He's got a chance to now gain a ton of points on Tristan England if he can do what he did last Saturday in Minneapolis. Or at least something close. Look at that combo. I've been waiting all night for a really big wow moment. And Tyler Menninga, certainly a man who can deliver a handful of wow moments in just one run. We'll see if he can do that in these different kind of environment and different conditions than what he's been used to this season. Nice air, using that jammer to its fullest capability. I just love watching Tyler Menninga drive, a man who has learned so much from Ryan Anderson, the driver of Son of a Digger, the last few years. He whips out a bicycle out of absolutely nothing. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and Tyler Menninga is a professional lemonade maker. Nice combo again, the big air. Oh boy, a little close to that step up, but thankfully it was steep enough, it just pushed him right off. Whew, that could have been rough. Here he goes to the backflip. Gets the backflip and an absolutely perfect landing for the moonwalk, and he walks it all the way over the racing lane. Tyler Menninga is so amazing. Every week it's just something new with this guy. What can't Tyler Menninga do in a monster truck? And the way Ryan Anderson's been driving the last few weekends, it's almost been like he's trying to top what Tyler's doing. He's like, I can't let this guy be running all the highlight boards. Well, I'll tell you, Tyler Menninga is the walking highlight reel. Slinging it around, gonna launch it into the center. This has been a great run, and obviously your best run of the night. He's not even done yet. What will he do here at the end? Launches it into the center again with the jammer. His run is finished right there, and Tyler Menninga has cooked up yet another phenomenal freestyle. There is nothing that Tyler Menninga can't do. I love watching him drive. He's going to park it right on the step up and give a wave to the fans in Miami. Will the fans give him the win in freestyle? Yes, they will. 9.496, and that is your deserved freestyle winner getting it done tonight. And he will gain a lot of points on Tristan England after they entered freestyle dead even on the night. He is also your overall event champion with 35 points. He gains 7 more on Tristan tonight as he continues on the road back to a solid first place lead. What a wild ending to the night. A disappointing night in Miami overall. Not too much happened, but it's a different kind of track. It's a tighter kind of track, so you can't expect too much from it. But at the end of the night, Tyler Menninga continued his dominance, put on yet another great freestyle, and was your freestyle winner and overall event winner. We've still got another one in Miami. That'll be coming up in Saturday night's commentary. I hope you stick around for that. Let's take a look at what's to come here on the commentary schedule. The next stop will be Detroit, Michigan tomorrow night in Ford Field, and then we will come back to Miami. And if you look there at the bottom of the upcoming commentary schedule, next weekend we have our very first 2 commentary weekend of the season. Just 1 event for both of those series next weekend, so I'm kind of excited to give my voice a bit of a rest, especially because I've been so busy and my voice has been doing so much, and it's only going to get busier with spring training going on for me, so I'll take a nice little breather after this week, because it's going to be a wild week for me getting these commentaries in there. But thank you for sticking with me as always. I hope you enjoyed it and made it all the way to the end. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.